Hi everyone. Well, there are terribly increasing numbers of people suffering with herpes, according to the latest statistics from the CDC. And those people with herpes tend to be younger. Most of them feel unconscious to keeping healthy, and less know about herpes. People should know more about herpes in order to avoid it, and we aim to help more people with herpes. We should know firstly about herpes. Herpes is a viral disease caused by the herpes simplex virus. It causes oral herpes and genital herpes. There are two herpes simplex viruses, type 1, HSV1, and type 2, HSV2. HSV1 is the virus usually responsible for oral herpes or cold sores. If you receive unprotected oral sex from someone who has HSV1 cold sores, you can get genital herpes or HSV1 on your genitals. HSV2 or genital herpes is usually below the waist, but if you perform oral sex on someone who has HSV2 genital sores, you can get HSV2 on your face and mouth areas. HSV can also affect other parts of the body. Some other areas could be the eyes and the brain too. Herpes encephalitis is herpes in the brain, very rare and only affecting 2 per million. Encephalitis is very dangerous and can cause a sore throat, headache, fever, vomiting, coma, and even death if left untreated. When you've been diagnosed with herpes, fear is a natural reaction. You probably don't know what to do or what to expect. Fear to tell someone you have herpes? Well, it's okay to admit that it's embarrassing. You are human, and this will help the person to understand and empathize with you. Just go easy on yourself so others can too. After all, everyone comes with baggage, and a lot of them are still great catches. Don't know when herpes is not contagious? Let's start by talking about when herpes is contagious. I know it might sound obvious, but the first fact to know is this. Herpes is most contagious during an outbreak. That goes for genital herpes and oral herpes. For genital herpes, you should stop having sex at the first sign of any impending outbreak. Now, many people experience what they describe as an odd tingling sensation at the start of an outbreak. If your doctor has prescribed you Valtrex, this is the best time to take it to stop the outbreak in its tracks. You should generally wait 2 or 3 days after an outbreak is gone to resume having sex. Don't think it's safe to have sex during an outbreak by using condoms either. Herpes spreads through skin-to-skin contact. While condoms are known to help reduce the transmission rate, they don't cover the entire affected skin surface, and therefore herpes can still be spread. So it's important to avoid sex during an outbreak, even with barriers. When you aren't having a herpes outbreak, the virus is mostly dormant. For the most part, you can have sex without passing it to your partner. Now, the issue is that sometimes, even when you aren't having an outbreak, you will still have periods of viral shedding. Now, these are times when the virus is contagious that you won't outwardly notice. That obviously makes things a little bit more tricky. So it's important to manage your contagiousness in every way possible to reduce the outbreaks and the viral shedding periods. How to manage outbreaks and pain relief. While herpes has no cure, even though there are methods to stop outbreaks, there are none that are totally foolproof. Some useful ways can help relieve your herpes pain and discomfort, such as 1. Practice good hygiene. Take a bath, wash your hands often, and try not to touch the sores. 2. Wear loose clothes. This reduces discomfort and helps heal the sores. Put on cotton instead of synthetic underwear. 3. Pain relief. Soothe and stop outbreaks. Can you do breastfeeding if you have genital herpes? If you have genital herpes, you can still keep breastfeeding as long as the sores are covered. Herpes is spread through contact with sores and can be dangerous to a newborn. If you have sores on your nipple or areola, the darker skin around the nipple, you should stop breastfeeding on that breast. Pump or hand express your milk from that breast until the sore clears. Pumping will help keep up your milk supply and prevent your breast from getting overly full. You can store your milk to give to your baby in a bottle at another feeding. Now, if parts of your breast pump contacting the milk also touch the sores while you're pumping, you should throw that milk away. So where can you meet others who have herpes? We suggest that you join some communities only for herpes, such as MPW